There it
What's up,
is.
guys?
Whoa.
It's like it was like chasing the microwave, right?
Yeah, I kind of scared myself. All right, well, here we are. Episode 7 of the Dad Life Crisis podcast with our boy Flyby with Mav or Maverick or Maverick 4. I see.
I go by many names.
Yes, the man with many names. I didn't even know what to type for the podcast, like the cover photo thing, and I was like, Flyby with Mav works for me. So, but welcome in, Mav.
Thank you. How are you guys doing?
Great.
Beautiful.
Living that dad life.
I know all too well.
Yeah.
Well, as you guys know, I was racing to get in here in time, getting the girls,
I know.
Bath time, and then rushing down here and getting everything ready to go. So,
I think,
but honestly, I gotta hand it to the missus. I mean, I'm sure you guys can relate that having that partner to help with everything on the back end.
Yeah.
With really helps with content creation in general.
Yep.
So that's huge.
It's definitely huge. A lot of behind the scenes where, like, even now my daughter was still opening presents and I'm like, sweetie, I gotta go. So yeah, we celebrated our 3-year-old's birthday today, and that was mayhem. We were in like a gymnasium, and it's just like this floor is like a springboard kind of floor, like the entire floor. It's like for people for cheerleading and stuff. So like the kids can just sprint around and fall and
kids.
Oh my
Hell
God.
Yeah.
It's just insanity.
Can they
happy
launch
birthday
each other?
to your little one.
Yep, they can launch each other. They can, and then it had like this super long trampoline, and like you bounce across it. And there's this kid who's like watching us there, I guess, like as it was open, because it was just us in there and this kid. And he's like, "You guys, there's only supposed to be like one person on the trampoline." I'm like, "Tell them, dude.
Tell them.
Yeah, good luck."
Yeah.
You be the bad guy.
Yeah,
I'm not doing it.
I'm not doing it. Not on my daughter's birthday. Good luck, dude. But yeah, it's fun. It was fun. The kids are crazy though. But it's weird growing up now though, because like all my friends that I grew up with all have kids now, and all our kids are like the same age. So it's like the only time I see my friends now are at like our kids' birthday parties.
Parties. And...
You did it right though. That's the best way to do it, is rent something out, like a big room or whatever you did.
Absolutely.
And just let them go at it.
Oh, and
especially if you have a lot of friends and family. I mean, you just can't
Yes.
fit everyone at the house, and then you have to worry about cleaning up and
yeah.
Jeez,
Dude,
it's a lot of work.
It's genius, and it's cheap because like the place already makes money like during the week for like training kids on cheerleading and stuff like that, and then we just rent it on the weekend when they're not there, and it's super cheap, and yeah, and you just let the kids go absolutely crazy. It was fun though. But so Mav, the big news on Mav, you switched to Facebook gaming.
Yeah, I did switch to Facebook.
So did you entirely switch? Are you completely done with Twitch?
So I ended my affiliateship with Twitch.
Okay.
And a lot of people asked why I did that.
Yeah.
They said you could still stream on Facebook and be affiliated with Twitch. I said, well, I really kind of want to attack Facebook for what I'm seeing. Yep. And it would be unfair to ask people to support me monetarily on a platform that I'm barely on. Gotcha. So logically speaking, for me, it's like, don't sub to my channel. Like, I'm not going to be there that often.
See, that's nice.
It's just unfair in my opinion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why I decided to do that. Ideally, I think I'd like to end up multi-streaming, get my content out there on several different platforms at the same time. But right now, I'm still kind of going with the algorithm push that people see early on Facebook and seeing what can happen with that. That's kind of the plan going forward for now.
Gotcha. So, you all right over there?
I've had a cold for like 3 weeks.
Oh
shit! All the kids have been sick, and it's been rough. It's been rough.
Yeah, that's.
So I'm gonna mute myself every time I cough.
Good call. So that honestly, dude, that's a smart idea to cancel your affiliate. So then people aren't giving you money for no reason and expecting. You
right. And I feel like the whole money aspect of streaming and content creation is taboo to even talk about.
Yep.
But let's face it, like when you guys get to a certain point, I say you guys, in general, when content creators get to a certain point, it either becomes, okay, I'm going to start doing this for money and see, going bigger and bigger and bigger, or I'm just going to do this as a hobby. It doesn't matter type of thing. I'm go ahead.
No, so we've talked about making money and streaming and like even smaller channels or channels that are halfway, like say like an average 30 viewer channel. I mean, in reality, the money you're making isn't enough anyway. Like you're not.
Yes and no. So this is where it gets really appealing, right? Facebook has a lot of different monetary structures, kind of like YouTube.
Yeah.
When we were getting all this set up, you were talking about YouTube Shorts now, monetization and the appeal of becoming partner just off of Shorts that YouTube has to offer now. Facebook has a really similar structure where they have a Reels bonus program and they pay you off of your short form. So not only am I collecting off of streaming, I'm collecting off of Reels bonus, and I was collecting off of Reels bonus before I even switched. So it pushes everything onto one platform now.
No kidding.
Yeah. So there's I understand a lot of people think that Facebook might be laughable, and I get it. I do 100% because it's a very young platform. There's a lot of unknowns. People are scared because, like, why would I go to somewhere that's not even, fully structured and set up like a YouTube or a Twitch? What's the point? Well, as far as saturation goes, there are far less streamers and billions of users on Facebook. Now, not all billions of users are looking for someone to watch play video games, but you're going to find more of a natural audience that's not a content creator themselves. That's where I was thinking about it.
Right. Yeah, that's an interesting switch. Because like Sean and I have brought up before about using or like watching people stream on Facebook. Like, so are you watching, like, if I'm logged into my Facebook and I'm looking for you and I talk in your chat, like, does it come up like my full name and like profile picture and everything?
Oh, that's another huge concern for someone. They don't want their personal information. Like, as a content creator, you don't want people to know who you really are, which I get that too.
Yep.
If you have a Facebook gaming page created, as long as you sign in with that page, nobody's going to know your real name. It's going to come up as your Facebook gaming page. So if I personally go and watch someone other than, someone streaming on Facebook, it's signed in as Flyby with Mav, not my real name, which I don't care about people knowing my real name anyway. But the existence of that concern is there, and it's real for a lot of people.
Yeah, because that's.
But then again, why create a Facebook page when you're not going to be on there? So people, I get why people aren't going to necessarily go do that just to watch me or watch someone else. So it exists, and it's not like, oh man, I better not stream there because people aren't going to watch me. That's not really what I've seen so far.
Yeah.
So I mean, for me, it's been really beneficial to make the switch when I have, and what led me there in the first place. That's kind of what I've been looking at.
I might have to get on and make a gaming account then. Come check you out.
It's bigger than people realize.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying like I'm crushing it by any means. But any given stream so far has had 3 or 4 times the viewership that I ever saw on Twitch.
Really?
Yeah. Yes, and I've only been on there for 3 weeks. So you tell me if it's worth it.
Yeah.
And we're just talking streams. I mean, let's not forget about the short form content. And by the way, when you stream there, it gets saved on your Facebook page for, I believe, 3 weeks. Okay. So no, it's not a permanent video, but it's still there for people to go back and watch.
So when you are streaming, do you find the majority of people in your chat are just their actual names versus gaming tag type thing?
Yeah, because a lot of people aren't aware of that feature of creating your own Facebook gaming page.
Right.
But if we're talking in terms of community and building one, which is what a lot of us have a goal for in content creation anyway, you tend to get close to your community and know who people are anyway, for the most part. I mean, there are some people where you might not know their real names for quite some time or ever, but
Right.
in my opinion, it kind of offers a closeness second to none, like that you wouldn't see on Twitch.
That's true. That's a
You know
whole
what I
different
mean?
level of
Right.
viewership.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's almost a
So-
little more real. It's like you're actually hosting a show because when
Mhm,
you're hosting a real show, the people are in your audience. You can see their face. So
mhm.
Right.
versus
Would-
hiding behind a gamer tag and calling someone a
Right.
lot of inappropriate words. I'll let
Right.
Polly say them. Go ahead, Polly.
Yeah, right. But that's what I was just gonna say, because like Twitch is laughable when it comes to like viewership, and especially when it comes to like new viewership. So like when you're getting these random kids, and I say kids because they're for sure kids that
Mhm.
just they want to play with you or whatever it might be. But like, yeah, they're hiding behind some account that, you know, where it's like, I don't know, big baller 79 or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
Hey,
like,
Red
it's just-
Lightning, thanks for coming in and watching
Yeah,
the stream, man.
yeah,
How'd you find me?
Yeah,
Where do you
and
think
they're like, my dad let me use my computer tonight. You know, and they're like, God damn it.
I
Another
got 30
10.
minutes before curfew.
Yeah. Yeah, I
So-
mean, and that gives the viewer like a lot. Like, if you can hide behind anything, like people are gonna troll you big time, you know. But if they're popping in
There are
with their
still
personal,
trolls. There are
Oh,
still people on Facebook. I mean,
I
it's
believe
going to
it.
be there on every platform.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because people comment on short form videos. I actually just had one 2 months ago where now I'm not big into accusation content, right? But I
Yeah.
have my original series Get Clapped, which I know you've heard about it, Paulie.
Yep.
My Get Clapped series, and it's a lot of fun to put those together. It's kind of, you know, comedic value that it provides. There was one that I mixed in with accusing someone of hacking because it was really sus gameplay.
Yep.
And I had, oh my gosh, I had thousands of comments on Facebook about people saying that's not sus at all. You just suck at the game.
Oh Jesus.
And real people, like I can see who these people are. Like
yeah, right.
Really?
Right.
John Smith from Indiana, you take time to comment on my video and be negative. Like,
Like,
Right.
shut the
thanks
hell
for
up,
the-
Frank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for the interaction. See you next time.
Right, but when you're on like TikTok and everything else, like, yeah, they're
Right.
definitely hiding behind a wall. So I guess on
Mhm.
Facebook, like, you're really getting like that real person. They're like, "Fuck you," and it's like, "God damn."
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
people will straight up share their locations on Facebook. Like, they'll,
Right.
like, currently shopping at Walmart. So,
Yeah, and they're like, "Also, you fucking suck at Call of Duty."
yeah.
It's,
Meet
it's
me over at
wild.
Laundry,
I mean,
bitch.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen the same thing on YouTube too. Like, I had a video with literally thousands of comments, all making fun of my physical appearance.
Oh my
like-
god.
Yeah, dude. I thought about. You guys ever heard of celebrity mean tweets or
Yes.
celebrities read mean tweets?
Yes.
I thought about taking all of those hateful comments
Oh,
and
dude.
turning it into a series.
That's a
because
good
it'd be
idea.
perfect.
That'd be a really good idea.
You know, it's
Like
funny
the
that
Jimmy Kimmel. I think it's Jimmy Kimmel who does it.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
dude, those are actually hilarious though. Those are
Exactly. Like
funny.
people love watching that shit, so it's like, why not? And I think it's just funny at this point anyway. People
So-
making fun of the way I look. Like, okay.
So I've always had this idea in my head for TikTok, and it was always to do like a collab, like straight up collab short form like videos. Dude, that would be perfect for like the mean tweet idea, because like I could read the comment as like the asshole, and then you would be like, or you know what I mean? Like it could be me saying it. Like I always thought, because you never see like too many collabs on TikTok or like short form videos.
That or the ones the ones you do see on TikTok
Yeah.
blow up. I was just talking to my wife at
yeah.
dinner about have you guys seen the draft guys?
Yes.
The
Yes.
the draft guys, they'll do 5 picks
They're
Okay.
awesome.
and it'll be like the best breakfast foods.
Right.
And they'll pick 1 through 5 each of them.
Bacon. Anyway.
460,000 followers
Yeah.
on a
For
draft
picking
video.
a food.
But
Yeah.
the cool thing is they do that like collab idea, and they're like
Mhm.
in completely different rooms. It's almost like how we
Exactly.
are right now.
Mhm.
And like right, and they just put the words up on the screen for both of them. You know, it has like the leaderboard. I don't know if you've seen them, Sean, or not, but
I've seen similar things.
yeah, yep. I think it's a genius idea. But
And the right answer is biscuits and gravy. So
ooh,
Is that your
Check
number
that
1
out.
pick?
I don't know about number one. Breakfast food is the best meal, so that's
Oh,
hard to
man,
just
that's
pick
what we
one.
had for
Well,
dinner.
all right, let's
We had
do it
that for
right now.
dinner tonight.
Top
Okay.
5 right now for breakfast. All right,
All right.
Sean, you go first. We'll let you
Biscuits
pick
and
first.
gravy.
Okay.
Can we pick the same thing or no?
Yeah, go for it. No, like
Okay.
So you,
no,
you
'cause
can't pick the same thing as
right.
someone else.
It's
Okay,
like
so I
once
got
it's
biscuits
once
and
it's
gravy.
chosen, it's off the board.
right,
It's
it's like a
done.
draft board. So I would have to say eggs. Like I feel like
You
eggs.
son of a bitch.
Right.
Oh.
That's my number one pick. The versatility is just there for eggs.
Yeah, sorry, we
So-
left you on the 3rd pick though, so you kind of got shafted.
I'm gonna go a staple, and it's pretty versatile in how you can use it and where you eat it. I'm gonna say donuts.
Donuts. Yeah.
Solid,
Classic.
just because the accessibility, right?
Well, yeah, and like donuts, you don't eat outside of breakfast. Really, it's not like lunchtime. You're like, shit, I should go grab a donut with this.
I mean, you can. That's what makes it great.
Yeah.
I mean, why not, right?
Donut shops do have it figured out though, because they open at 4 a.m. and they're done by 12.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
See
absolutely.
you guys tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah, I need to get a donut shop.
You sell donuts, don't
I do, but
you?
I don't make them though. I want to make
Yeah,
donuts.
that's all good.
I need, but like I'm not ready to go into work at like 2 a.m. to make
Look at
donuts.
this
for that day.
ambitious little boy.
I work from home now. I get up to get the girls ready for daycare and send them out the door with the wife.
Yeah.
And I have like another hour and a half before I work, so I either work on content or
nice.
go back to sleep or work around the house and do dishes and stuff. So I'm definitely not a morning person.
So
I love
am,
breakfast food though.
I am 100% morning person for whatever reason.
Same.
It's been in my blood since I was
No
like
way, dude.
18. And I go to work. I get to work at 5:15 in the morning. It's right around the corner of my house. And I wake up at 4:45 every morning, get right up, shower, get ready, out the door. 5:15 I'm at work. But I don't know, I do it every single day, 6 days a week. So but it doesn't bother me. But then I'm done at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
See, I mean, right now I work 8 to 4:45. That's my
Yeah.
work hours. So like I find that I'm most productive in the mornings, like after the kids and the missus leave.
Yeah,
I've gotten a lot of bangers done before my shift starts.
that's funny.
Video wise, it's like
Yeah,
okay,
yep.
I'm super pumped about posting this. It's gonna pop off today.
Yeah.
So a lot of good things happen in the morning. I'm just not a morning person. I hate it. I hate getting up in the morning. I can't wait till the girls are more self-sufficient and I can sleep in without feeling bad.
Right. So I did my one time I streamed my 12-hour stream. I started at 8 o'clock in the morning, and it was like the most favorite time for me to start streaming.
Really?
Oh, dude, I loved it. And I feel like my audience was the biggest, maybe because like everyone knew it was my 12-hour. I mean, I rocked that 12-hour. We held a steady, really good number the whole way through, like
Cool.
way higher than like my normal streams were at the time. But dude, I don't know. In the morning, it was just nice, dude. I was still sipping my first caffeine drink of the day, and the night was young, and I had. Though, I had way too much caffeine for that. I didn't realize that 12 hours goes faster than you think. And I was like, dude, I got to keep the caffeine going so I stay awake. Dude, and I was getting like shaky, and I'm like, holy shit. Dude, it was bad. I think I had to go shit like 2 times, and I never shit like 2 times in a normal day. But I think it was just my body was like, what are you doing, dude?
We got to get rid of something.
Yep. This
Is
isn't
what's
right.
going.
Yep.
You have no
Well,
choice in the matter.
It doesn't help that my wife delivered Taco Bell too.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Taco Bell on top of all the caffeine.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yep. I was like, I texted her. I was like, hey, I need lunch. And then she came back with, a Crunchwrap Supreme, and I'm not saying no to that.
Why would you say no to that?
Right. Wash it down with a Baja Blast.
Ugh,
What?
ugh, I hate. No way, dude.
Yeah, that's not good.
Baja
Alright, so
Blast is disgusting.
I gotta go, guys. I'll see you both later. Everyone, have a good night.
Yeah.
What are you
What is-
talking about, dude?
What is
Baja
the
Blast.
appeal with Baja Blast? I don't understand it.
Dude,
It's
it's like
Isn't it just
disgusting.
Gatorade and Mountain Dew?
yes, it's a party in your mouth.
Mm,
No. Sean, do you like it?
no, not at all.
Thank you. See?
It's
Oh my god.
a party in your mouth. Like maybe brush your teeth. I don't know.
Well, yeah, but oh
know
man, I
about-
can't believe you guys don't like Baja Blast.
No. To be fair, I don't
You
eat
think-
Taco Bell a lot either.
Okay, I was gonna say, so when you go to Taco Bell, what the fuck do you get to drink? No, give me a Pepsi. What?
Cherry Pepsi, Mountain
Wow.
Dew, regular Mountain Dew.
Yeah, I usually go regular.
Or if you want to be like me, bring your own horchata. Just saying.
Mm.
Wait, bring your what is that?
Horchata.
What the fuck is that?
So it's actually a Hispanic. I don't know if it's a dessert drink. It's rice milk, flavored rice milk.
Kind of like a cinnamon
Yeah,
flavored.
but like, and then I'm not trying to plug, but like I'm partnered with Juju. Do you know what Juju is?
No.
It's an energy supplement.
Okay.
This is pumpkin spice, but they have
So-
a horchata, and I mix it with milk, and it's phenomenal.
So
It's one of my favorites.
it's horchata.
Yeah,
So is that like what they make like rum chata with?
Yeah, actually.
Okay, because
But there's alcohol
now
in it.
that I'm thinking of rum chatas have like a
a
cinnamon
better
flavor
version.
to it.
Yeah.
yeah, it's exactly
Okay.
what it is.
Interesting.
It
Did not know
tastes
that.
like the leftover milk from Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yeah.
I'm a very
Intriguing, right?
uncultured swine
Uncultured.
here. Because I don't know.
Because you drink Baja Blast. I think you'd be shocked to find the number of people that don't like Baja Blast compared to people that do, and it'd blow your mind. Yes, I guarantee it. If you did a poll, I guarantee more people would say it's just disgusting.
If
Then
if
people
people
would say
really
it's-
liked Baja Blast so much, don't you think they would have bottled it up by now and sold it in all the shelves?
I sell it in my place in a bottle.
So they did? Okay.
Hey,
I didn't
really?
know that. So
Yeah,
that tells you I
so-
don't like it because I don't pay attention.
I thought that was an
100%.
exclusivity thing for Taco Bell
So did I.
because I don't have it in my area at all.
Now, their bottles, so my bottle does have the Taco Bell logo on it, though. So I wonder if like they partnered with
That's
Taco Bell to
interesting.
sell it in bottles.
Possibly.
But yeah, I
Could be.
sell it all the time. So our Pepsi cooler, like holidays and stuff like that, we only rotate like flavored Mountain Dew. Like it's like their thing. They don't like flavor Pepsi as much as they do the Mountain Dews. Like Mountain Dew has like Voodoo Mountain Dew, you know, for Halloween time. And then they do some, I don't know what it's called for Christmas. But then they have Baja Blast like in between, you know. So there's, yeah, I don't know.
Maybe I'm
I
just
started
vanilla
doing-
when it comes to my soda flavors. You know, I just like the classics.
and you know, what's
Nothing
fun-
Mountain Dew.
I don't even drink. I don't drink pop at all. Like I really don't. I mean, I get a Baja Blast when I go to Taco Bell, but I don't drink it. I drink energy.
I'm not gonna
drinks
lie.
and
I've been
water.
buying a lot of Mountain Dew for the COD, the COD rewards.
It's so funny that you say that because I was just telling Sean I have so in New York we collect bottle deposits. It's 5 cents for every bottle. So when people like eat at our shop and they're done with their bottle, they just leave it on top of our garbage can. Because in New York we don't throw them away because everyone knows that someone saves them for the 5 cents back. So we have a bin that I throw them in at the end of the day. Dude, when all the girls leave and it's all quiet and I lock everything up, I go through that bin, dude, and I collect all the bottle caps.
You son of a bitch.
Actually, I probably have a pile of them right. Yeah, like here's one of them. I have tons of them, dude. They're all over my
What?
room right now.
Paul, you gotta hook me up, bro. I need some more
You need
XP
some
tokens
codes?
here.
Dude,
Yeah.
actually, I also, so in my Pepsi cooler, I have a shelf we also sell like the cans, you know, and when I buy them from Pepsi, they also come in the 12-pack boxes. And it's
Mhm.
funny because I've switched. We used to only have 2 rows of Mountain Dew cans. Now we have 4, but it's because I've opened a box to take the code out of the box, and I'm like, now what do I do with all these cans? So I just
Do
put
you
them in the
put
Pepsi
signs
thing.
up for like your 20-ounce bottles saying the rewards on this bottle is going to be collected by the owner of the store?
No, but I probably should. I should
Don't
just like,
try it, losers. This is my code.
I should just get a garbage can and just say, throw your empty bottle caps in here, please. Mountain Dew only.
Yeah,
That's
forget every
another-
other kind.
That's
Yeah.
another person who doesn't get paid enough is the person at the grocery store who has to sit there and take those bottles and count them up and collect them, and they're coming out of sticky bags
Oh, yeah.
and boxes, and
I mean,
they're
the stickiness is
disgusting.
probably easy to clean. So I would take that job,
Well,
in
yeah,
my opinion.
and like out here we have it's called like a redemption center where you bring bagged bottles to them, and like those people, all they do all day is count bottles. That's like their
Really?
job.
Wow.
Yep.
Most of that happens at grocery stores here.
Yep.
Is
yep.
that like a state thing? Because there can't
Yeah.
be any money involved with that. Like,
There is. So we pay 5 cents for it, but
Yeah.
because so they collect the bottles, they make sure, well, they don't clean them, but they sort them by brand, by company, by flavors, by, you know, what size cans they are.
Wow.
So like you go to this place and there's this table in front of you and you empty your fucking bag on it and the bottles are fucking everywhere. And then like these two guys come up and there's tons of garbage cans behind them, like all over the place. And they just fucking chuck them this way, that way. And they're going into the right bins. Like they do it all day long, but it's like,
Cool,
it's pretty wild to watch. It really is. And
It's
like, but yeah,
it reminds me of the mail sorting in the Men in Black.
Yeah,
Remember when they
yes,
opened up the
yes.
filer?
Yeah, and he's smoking a cigarette and he's
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, but that's what they do with the bottles is they sort them. So then New York State actually pays them more because their bottles are all sorted. So we pay 5 cents for them and they're actually gaining more than that 5 cents on it. So yep.
That's really interesting, honestly. Illinois doesn't have that. We
Nope.
suck.
Yeah,
We're just horrible. We're just a horrible state.
You're just killing
Stay
all the
away.
turtles.
You guys don't
throwing
wanna
it,
come here.
What do you do? Just dump them in the ocean, dude? Jesus.
Lake Michigan,
have you-
actually.
Yeah.
Have you been to Chicago?
Get it right, loser.
The
Sorry.
the side of the road is paved in empty Coke bottles.
Oh God.
Yeah.
That's also why the roads are just in horrible condition.
Absolute heathens. I mean, the great state of New York is just beautiful here. We don't have garbage laying around or nothing.
I've never been there, so
It's
I can't
awful.
comment on that. Is it really?
Well, good luck affording to come to New York because it's
No,
insane.
the more people say that, I feel that that's everywhere now.
Well, now,
Like
yes.
it's just horrible everywhere, and it pisses me off. It really does, because
It's
like
bad.
you talk to people. We're gonna go here. I hope you guys
Let's
are okay
go.
with that.
I'm totally.
You talk
fine
to
with it.
people from like the 50s or 60s that paid $127 for their house, and I did this no problem.
No.
Okay. Where nowadays, honestly, if you don't have a 2-income household,
Yeah.
good luck. Like you're
Yeah.
fucked if you don't. In my opinion, and maybe I'm
Oh,
wrong
100 no,
for a lot
you're-
of people, but it's
you're-
horrible.
You're
It
100%
sucks.
right. There
Daycare
has to be-
alone could pay for half a mortgage.
Oh,
Yes.
it's ridiculous.
If you have,
Yes.
especially
And
if you have more
You
than
guys
one
want to talk
kid.
about being in the wrong field? We should open up a dad life crisis daycare. Honestly,
Hey.
there's money involved in that shit. It's fucking unreal.
Oh, it's absolutely unreal, and it doesn't even make sense. And like I've said before, when your kid is sick and they don't go to daycare, you still pay for daycare.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
I gotta say, I'm lucky because my mother-in-law watches our kids, so we save money that way. We still pay her to do it, but
Yep.
the crazy thing about it, and it's gonna make me sound like a dick, but we're talking about the care of our children and it being overly expensive.
Yeah.
Does that make us sound horrible? Like,
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm paying this much for
Yeah.
my child to have good care.
Yeah, but like,
But it's ridiculous. Though.
It's
It's
ridiculous,
super
dude.
expensive. So I don't
Something
know.
you got to account for because you still got to put a roof over their head, have a
Yep.
vehicle to get them back and forth,
Mhm.
maintain that house and that vehicle, and they don't stop eating ever.
Oh
ever.
my god, dude! And it gets worse the older they get. My oldest,
Yeah.
dude, she can go through my pantry like a fucking tornado, and I don't understand where it all goes. I don't have any clue.
How old is
She's
your oldest?
constantly. She'll be 11 in January.
Oh wow.
Uh,
She's at that growing stage though, so it's
Yeah.
like she.
Must
Just-
consume.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
The energy levels and and everything. And then I have a 3 and a 1-year-old. So
Jeez.
Hey, me too.
all girls. I'm screwed. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be crazy.
That is nightmare scenario. Outnumbered 4-1.
Yep.
Woof.
The only male
Yeah.
figure in this house besides me is my dog. That's like 14 years old. He's
Neutered.
He's
Yeah.
decrepit and
Yeah, I was
neutered.
just
He
gonna
doesn't know
say-
what the hell's going on
I was
now.
just gonna say that poor dog fucking cashed out, dude. He's like, you're on your own, bro.
No, he's a
He
grouchy
probably
old
gets
fuck
all
now.
the attention too. All the belly rubs and scratches
Yeah.
from the
No,
girls.
well, we just got a new puppy. Actually, today's her 1-year birthday, first
Oh.
birthday,
Oh man.
and she gets all the attention now. So he's just a
Mm.
grouchy old fuck
Now,
that just hangs out in the shadows.
Matt, why would you get another female in the house?
So okay, I'm gonna sound super sappy and
Don't care.
okay. So I'm gonna try not to make you guys cry here.
Okay.
We had another dog.
Yeah.
And before we bought this house, he passed. He passed away.
Aw.
And this was the best fucking dog I've ever had in my life.
Yeah.
I've ever seen in my life. He's the kind of dog that would just follow me and stay on my hip
Yeah.
anywhere, no matter where we were. And his name was Dixon. And he was a shepherd mix that we bought on fucking Craigslist for $50. And he was just a hell of a dog, dude.
Yeah.
So like we weren't looking for a dog. But I was scrolling through Facebook one day and a rescue shelter posted a picture of this dog. And it was kind of like one of those. I looked at the picture and I felt like it was him type of thing. It sounds super weird, I know, but
Yeah.
I was super
listen,
attached
I get it.
immediately.
I get it.
And
man.
we went and met at the shelter, and it was just like instant attraction for our whole family.
Yep.
So we rescued her, and
Nice.
it's been interesting because she had no human interaction for like the first 3 or 4 months of her life, like
Yeah.
literally abandoned. So there's a lot of learning, a lot of training. We're still trying to make headway with her.
Yep.
She's a little shithead, but I love this dog. She's super beautiful. She's
Yeah.
starting to listen better, but she's very rambunctious, very kind of wild and free. She loves chasing our cats around.
Yep.
Type of thing. But she's a great dog. So that's why we got her. Long story short, I guess.
Well, okay, that makes more sense, I guess. Because I was gonna say if it was by choice, man, that you just randomly got another female.
It was just random. Like I showed my wife, and she's like, "Do you see that too?" I'm like, "Absolutely. We're getting this dog."
There you go.
That's why I don't let my wife look at dogs.
You don't even let her look at them.
way.
Put that
Keep
put that down. Yeah, I see you.
Yeah, I see what you're trying to do over there.
Yeah.
That's funny because if I showed you my Facebook Messenger between me and my wife, it's a lot of dogs, and we still don't have a dog. So
Really?
yeah. Well, so
I mean, dogs are great. It's just we probably wouldn't have gotten her if I didn't work from home.
yep.
Because both of us are gone for such a long amount of the day. Like, it doesn't make sense to get another dog that would literally be in a kennel that whole time. That's just
Right.
fucking mean.
Yep.
You don't want to do that.
Right.
So that was a huge driving factor. It's like, okay, I work from home, so this works out. Like, let's do it.
Yep. That's awesome. I want a dog, but I have I got this cat when I was like 19 years old, and I still have this cat, and she's old. And yeah, so it's funny because for a while she was like getting chunky, like she was getting fat. And I was like, I got to do something different with this cat. So I was like, I'll get a new cat and they can play together. Well, dude, the day I got that cat, my old cat, the cat that I've had, was like, this is bullshit, dude. I don't want another cat. Like, I literally like put him downstairs next to the stairs, and she ran up to the top of the stairs, and they just stared at each other like half a mile away from each other on the stairs. And she just then continued to just like walk away. Like, I don't give a shit. And then, so they're friends now. Like, they run around, but like the young cat, like, absolutely attacks the new cat in like a friendly play though. It's not like they're killing each other. But then we had our daughter, who thinks that my old cat is the best thing in the world, and my old cat is like, get this fucking child away from me. So then it's like, I can't get a dog now and absolutely just ruin this cat's life. Like,
No,
because
it would
she's
completely
coming,
wreck her.
yeah, she's 14. She's coming to the end. You know what I mean? So we're just going to let her live happy. And I've already ruined it twice with another cat and a kid. So for now, we're riding it out, and we'll get a dog eventually. But when I get
we were
a dog,
concerned about our old dog.
Yep.
Because it was the same thing. He's
Yes.
13 or 14 now.
Yep.
13. And we're like, can he handle it? I mean, he's already starting to like not hear anything.
Yeah.
He's just over it and he's ignoring everyone.
Yeah.
I haven't been able to figure it out yet. But
yeah. Come here. I'm not moving.
fuck out of here. I'll come when I'm ready to.
That's right.
But I mean, he handled it pretty well. I mean, he was very, very close to our other dog too.
Yeah.
So I mean, we're talking. He had 4 years without him. It's been 4 years since Dixon passed.
Right.
So we're like, maybe he's just old and grouchy because he doesn't have the companionship.
Maybe.
But his demeanor hasn't changed. So
Not
he's
at
just
all. He's just old and grouchy.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Funny. But yeah, so I just have the 2 cats for now. And but trust me, when the older cat has passed and we get a dog, I don't give a shit about the younger cat. That cat is a fucking asshole, dude. He is wild. So we got him, and he's actually so we adopted him, and he is or rescued him, whatever you want to call it. He is a Bengal mix. So his tail actually comes up to my belt line, like when I'm standing, and I'm 5'7", so I'm not that tall. But like the cat is on 4 legs and his tail is at my belt line. It's insane. He's fucking massive. And every year, yeah, he just keeps growing and growing, and he's huge. That's
fucking
huge.
cool, though. That's cool.
Oh, it's awesome.
I would love to have a cat like that. I'm not a cat person,
yeah.
But if I were to ever get, different cats from what we have, I'd want to get a big ass fucking cat. Like, that'd be super awesome.
Dude, it is awesome. That's why I feel like if we get a dog, this cat is definitely going to be able to handle his own. Like,
oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, the dog is not going to stand a chance against this cat. So. But my other cat, she's just some fucking barn cat, and she's tiny and doesn't give a shit anymore. She does not give a shit. So.
We have a strict no more pets rule in this house right now.
Wait, how many pets do you have?
We had 2 dogs when we moved into this house, and one passed last year.
Yep.
And we still have the other one. He's only 8 or 9, so
yep.
He'll be around a while. But we're no more pets.
Yeah, we're in the same boat. We have too many. 2 dogs, 2 cats, 3 kids. There's a lot going on here.
Yeah, holy shit.
And I don't think I could handle anymore. Like, honestly.
Our dog passed first week of September last year, and our daughter was born a week or 2 later. And we're pretty sure that our daughter is the reincarnate of that dog because the personality traits are very similar.
That's kind of cool, though.
There's some food aggressiveness issues that are very eerily similar to the dog.
That's funny.
And weird traits to see in a kid, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, like if our son, who's 3 and she's 1, has food, she's gonna beat him up and get that food.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, animals are fun though. Sometimes. I don't know though. I'm ready for a dog, but like I said, I'm not doing it to my cat. I can't.
It's like another kid, bro. Like,
yeah, this
people say that and people
me.
make fun of hearing that, but it's very true. Like, it's a fucking commitment.
Yep.
And a lot of people don't realize that, especially like this time of year. Like, have you heard those stories about people getting pets for gifts for Christmas?
Yes.
And then there's a shocking, absurd statistic. I don't know what it is, but it's shockingly large amount of animals end up back in the shelters after holidays.
Yeah.
Because people gift them and then they don't want to take care of them, so they get rid of them.
They had that problem with COVID.
Nuts.
COVID
really?
COVID, everyone staying at home, it was like a big deal. A lot of people got animals that they didn't want after they had to go back to work.
I never heard that. That's
They had
crazy.
nothing to do at home.
Yep.
That's where they had to be. So they got pets, and then the
Yes.
word came back, and sorry, pets got to go.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was a big thing. It's crazy though. Like I even see it like with my personal friends sometimes on Facebook. They're like, "Yeah, we're moving. Does anyone want my dog?" It's like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah,
who are you? Like, how?
So when I mean, I get it. Like when you're moving, you have to do something with it.
Yeah.
So when me and my wife bought this house, we were renting, and our landlord's like, "Okay, well, we're gonna sell this place, so you got to get out." And we're like, "What?"
Yeah.
You know, we're
Jesus.
younger. We're not in a position to buy, so it's like, well, what the fuck are we gonna do?
Right.
We actually ended up moving in with her mom, and there was a conversation to be had on whether or not we could bring our pets with, because you're talking about uprooting an entire family.
Yep.
You know, at that time we didn't have our third daughter, but still, the 2 dogs, 2 kids, moving into another established household.
Yeah.
So
Jesus
it's like,
Christ.
what are we gonna do? We don't want to get rid of them, and we were only there for 3 months. Like we busted ass
Yep.
to put ourselves in a better position to buy in
Yep.
those 3 months, and everything worked out. It was fine, but it's a real thing. Like people,
Yeah. I guess.
like you
yeah.
said, people moving, take my dog. It's like it's kind of messed up to see it, but I get it. There's certain circumstances to where
Yeah.
you do see it and understand.
I could see it, but yeah, like I said though, sometimes I see it and I'm like, how the fuck are you gonna move without your dog? But yeah, I guess I didn't think of it that way though.
Think
No,
about all
I mean,
the
I guess
people.
there's
Go ahead, Miff.
there's a lot of different ways to look at situations, but the hard ones out there are when you see the assholes like mistreating animals.
Right.
That's super rough to see.
Yeah.
And myself, I would feel like I'd want to do more to help that individual pet, but I can't do any more right now. So it's like, well, good luck, I guess. I don't know what to
Yeah.
say. I feel terrible about it, but what's the answer? You know?
Think about all the people in like Florida or any other kind of hurricane situation where you live in a house where you can have a pet, and all of a sudden now you don't have a home, a vehicle,
man.
and you got to find a place to live. And what's going to come last, you or your pet? You know,
Right.
there's probably a lot of homeless pets in that area actually right now.
Yeah, you're probably not wrong.
Well, they just got hammered with a second
Yeah.
tropical storm /
know.
hurricane this last week.
We're actually getting all the rain from it right now. It's been pouring here for 2 days. So,
That's one thing I'm super happy about living inland compared to the coasts.
yep.
I can't fathom living somewhere where these giant category 4 or 5 storms come and destroy everything multiple times a year. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, yeah, I get
No.
we have tornadoes out here, but it doesn't happen often. Like, I've never seen a tornado in my life.
Yeah,
Ever.
me neither.
I've seen one. So we get them very like they're very little up here, but nothing up here is built for a tornado. So any little bit of it that goes through absolutely destroys whatever it touches, but they're not very much here. So I mean, I've seen one in all the years, and I've lived in the same area forever. So, but it was wild
I've
to
seen-
see it.
I've seen a funnel cloud. Like,
Yep.
that scared the shit. I mean, they're
Yeah, that-
scary looking.
Yeah,
It's almost every summer or spring.
Yeah. Sean,
Yeah.
where are you from?
Iowa.
Oh, shit. Okay. That's cool.
Yeah.
Where at? Well, if you don't mind me asking.
We'll talk about it later.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Me and the wife used to live in the Quad Cities.
Okay.
Back in like
Oh.
You
2012.
put a star right on that dot then. Yeah, I'm from the Quad Cities. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah.
We lived out there in 2011 into 12 when we had our first daughter, and then we moved back to where we are now, outside of Chicago.
What a small world.
That
It's
is
crazy,
very
right?
small. Wow.
It's crazy, honestly.
Yeah, I've lived here my whole life.
It's
Not
a nice
by
area.
Not by
More
choice
so the
anymore.
Iowa side than the Illinois side.
Yeah, you're not wrong there.
It's
But,
ridiculous. I mean, honestly, and I'm not meaning to bash anyone, but that Rock Island, Moline side is just, from my understanding, is getting worse out there.
It is the school system, the high school in Rock Island sounds absolutely terrifying. Like I could not imagine making my kids go there every day.
No way, dude. We
Um,
actually lived in a small town north of Davenport, Eldridge,
Eldridge, yeah.
and that's where we lived, and it was a really nice little community.
Eldridge is
Um,
nice because everything's available to you, but
mhm,
you don't have that problem community.
exactly.
Yeah.
So, and honestly, if we had more of our families all around the area we live in now, we probably would have stayed. But I'm happy we moved back. I kind of question, it's that butterfly effect, or is it that butterfly effect? The smallest thing can affect the
Yes.
things
Yeah.
later on.
Yeah.
Yep.
I kind of ask myself that a lot lately. Like, I wonder what would have happened if I never got into streaming, that type of thing. Like, it's just crazy to think. I wonder what would have happened if I would have stayed out in the Quad Cities. It's just
Probably be working at a John Deere right now.
honestly, probably
It's a lot of fucking jobs.
that's what people aspire to do in that area. To work
A lot
for
of them.
there's God, how many 5 or
Dozens.
6 different like main facilities in
Oh,
that area
dozens.
alone?
There's dozens now.
That many? Holy cow.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy. But, just crazy. Like to what Paulie said, small world. I thought that was pretty cool.
That is, yeah, that's wild.
It, the population when I was a kid in Davenport, I remember it was just under 100,000, and now I think it's over 120.
That's crazy.
And all the other cities are growing too. So
We still have some family out there, so we go out there probably a few, like 3 or 4 times a year to
how
see
far of a
everyone.
drive is it?
From where I am, it's like 2
Yeah.
hours.
Okay, yeah,
I'm like an hour southwest of Chicago.
I gotcha.
So I just looked up my population, and my town is 5,064.
That's like where I'm at right now. I think our population is like 8,000 or something like that.
Yeah, it's fun.
But you're big enough to have your own Walmart, right?
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
We are. Our town is called the county seed. So we. Have
I'll tell you what.
We have all the cool stuff.
A town of 5K. If he doesn't have a Walmart, I bet your ass he has a Dollar General.
We have a Walmart and a Dollar General. So.
Oh shit!
Imagine what you could do with a Target.
I definitely don't have one of them.
How far do you have to go for a Target?
Like 30 minutes.
That's not bad.
It's long. It's long enough to keep the wife away.
Honestly, it's from where I live to the Target in Davenport. It's over 20 minutes. So.
It's funny. We can walk into Walmart and she won't buy fucking shit. But as soon as we travel to Target, it's like, I don't get it.
Target tells them.
She's like, I'm gonna get my latte and then get everything else, and I'll be right back. And it's like, what the fuck?
That's exactly.
Yeah, there's a TikTok.
I hope she's not watching right now.
I hope she is.
My wife was at Target today. I'm not even lying.
Target. Oh my god.
I don't know about the Walmarts where you live, but the two that are here, both are just. They weren't built that long ago, and when they were a brand new store here, they were nice. It was new and it was nice. They are run down now, and the people that shop there, the majority of them are not outstanding citizens. Yeah,
We're
Target. Yeah, Target is and Target's not even far from one of the other Walmarts. It's within walking distance easily. But the Target is just a nicer store. It's just
crazy how that works out. Because honestly, it's like a nature versus nurture argument. But like Target's in the same area per se, right?
Yeah, I'm sure you know the Walmart I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know exactly where you're talking about.
They're very close. They're very close to each other. It's a very short drive.
Kind of odd. The crowd that attracts, at a Walmart.
Yeah.
So the
people of Walmart.
The crazy.
That's a real place.
Dude, I know.
Real thing.
It's a real thing, man, because it gets wild there. But so our Walmart is actually only it's not even a super center. So
both of ours are.
I thought those didn't even exist anymore.
Oh, they do.
No,
I have one.
Really?
Smaller towns, they do.
Yeah. So our
sure.
Walmart doesn't carry groceries. It has one cooler that has maybe 10 doors on it, and you can get
Why the fuck would you even go to that Walmart?
Frozen pizza,
because
eggs.
where do I gotta get shampoo and shit,
So
okay, so we have a Walmart that's not a super center, and then we have a Top supermarket next to it.
What the hell is a Top supermarket?
It's like a Hy-Vee.
Tops?
It's like
Yeah.
a Hy-Vee.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a
That
grocery
makes sense.
store.
It's just a
Yeah.
huge grocery store. It's all it sells is
Yeah.
groceries.
You know what blows my mind, guys?
What?
Honestly, and every time I talk to anyone from different areas, the geographic differences in our country
It's insane.
it's astounding.
Because it's weird to hear that you don't even know what a Tops is. And like out here, like that's our groceries.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
just talking about groceries. Think about how
Yeah.
different everything else is.
Yep.
The soda pop discussion.
Yeah.
Or in
oh,
the South,
God.
they just call it a fucking Coke.
Yeah.
Like, no, Coke is Coke.
Yeah,
dude.
Coke is Coke. But we do call it pop here in Western New York.
I like to see the world burn, so I say soda pop.
Oh God.
That
Oh
really,
no.
Yeah, God,
That
it doesn't
really
even
gets people
sound
going.
right. Soda pop. Excuse me, can you hand me my soda pop? Yeah, I can't do it.
Oh,
No.
what the fuck are you talking about, sir?
Yeah.
I,
Say
honestly
that
though,
again?
I can't even say soda. Like I don't know. It sounds weird coming out of my mouth just to say soda.
If someone said, "Can I get a soda pop?" I'd be like, "Would you say that to my face, please?"
Yeah.
You need to leave. Just
yeah,
go
just
right now.
leave. Yeah, we just
What
call
would you
it
do if
pop.
someone came into your store, Polly, and asked for a soda pop?
Well, I would.
You got Baja Blast and you got 4
Yeah.
rows of Mountain Dew. What the fuck do you want?
And if you take a bottled Mountain Dew, please give me the cap.
Right?
No, I like I've said before, when it comes to customer service at my deli, if it's someone that I don't know, especially someone that says soda pop, I'm very friendly to them. But
Then you talk all the shit as they leave.
oh yeah, with other
What
customers.
the fuck was that guy
Yeah.
think? Yeah, right?
Oh yeah. Oh, for real. Like
The
my
normals.
regulars would look at me and be like, "What the fuck was that?" And I'm like, "I don't fucking know. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck a soda pop is."
I tell you what,
They can
guys,
go-
customer service is fucking ridiculous.
It's horrible.
So what I used to do, I was working in the field installing and servicing automated gate systems, right?
Yep.
Primarily for industrial applications. And then I got offered a job to provide tech support for that same equipment, and that's what I do now. But a huge part of my job is customer service, talking to people, putting orders in, etc. Yesterday was the worst day I've had in quite some time. I wanted to tell someone to fuck themselves, and I couldn't do it because that would
Yeah.
obviously get me fired. But
It's too bad you couldn't do it under your gamer tag versus your real name.
right?
Hi, this is Flyby with Mab. Fuck you. Yeah,
It'd be perfect. I mean, it'd be ideal, but
trust me.
it's horrible though.
I mean, I just had this. So at our deli, when we make a sub, you have to tell us everything you want on it, right? So like, we don't just have like a preset. Like, I want a tuna sub. You're not gonna get lettuce, tomato, cheese. You're gonna get.
I
Tuna
like that
on
a
sub roll.
lot.
So
Thank
like,
you.
you have.
That is nice.
Yeah, so you have to choose your entire sub from start to finish, what you want.
It's
Even
the
if,
ideal experience.
yeah, even if you want
my
it
opinion.
toasted or something. So I had this lady come down and she ordered 2 subs, and I listened to her order them. She wanted 2 tuna subs. One of them, she wanted onions on it, and the other one, she didn't say anything for it. So she got tuna. Well, she told us like the cheese and what kind of roll she wanted it on. So I assumed she knew what she was getting. So then 20 minutes later, she calls us and she goes, "My sub doesn't have lettuce and tomatoes and blah, blah, blah." And I go, "I'm sorry, you can just come back and get another sub, blah, blah, blah." Because I don't argue with anyone. So then she proceeds to tell me that she's too far out of town. She's not coming back. I want to come back on Monday and get subs. It's like, you son of a bitch. You're going to eat those goddamn subs and then come in on Monday and get new subs. But what do? I can't.
Tell you what you do. Here's $1 million idea for you, Polly.
All
Ready for
right.
this?
Yep.
Have you heard of those restaurants? I can't remember what they're called. There's some in Vegas still, but a lot of them have closed down. Where you go in and you pay to have your waitress or waiter talk
Oh,
shit to
dude.
you.
Insult.
You should turn your sandwich shop or sub shop into that kind of a place.
That wouldn't be a bad idea.
Wouldn't that be phenomenal? And people pay to do that
You know-
experience. It'd be amazing.
It's funny though, because we've talked about this when we had Scary on the podcast, and we were talking about how I am very rude but funny with like my regular customers. Like there is a lot of fuck yous, fuck this, fuck that. Like as soon as you walk into my sub shop,
That's amazing.
Oh, dude, it's
that's how it should be with your regulars. That's cool.
and it is that way because, like I said, we have 5,000 people here, and I know almost every single person that walks into my door. But like, obviously, I put a fake face on when it's someone I don't know. But yeah, we have a lot of. It's a lot of fun. It really is. I wouldn't change it for anything. So. But I wish I could be like that with people I didn't know too. Like they knew what they were walking into. That would
Those
be fun.
restaurants have to be in like a tourism type area,
100%.
like
Yes.
Vegas,
Otherwise-
for sure.
Otherwise,
You're
it
not
wouldn't
gonna
work
get
out.
away with that. And
Yeah.
Anywhere. Yeah, like because like you'll get a lot of people that are just traveling through town that saw us on Google and they're just gonna stop in and grab a sub. I'm not gonna be like, what the fuck do you want? But but I do that with my regulars like constantly. So like if you ever
Damn
watch,
it, Kyle. What do you want today? Jesus.
Yeah. Like you've seen my streams. My streams are a little different than a lot of other people's streams where like there's a lot of like streamers on Twitch that are very like welcoming, like in a way like, oh my god, hi, how are you guys today?
Love how PC you're being.
Yeah, our my streams always turned into like a big fuck you session the whole time. My chat is saying it. I mean, Sean's been there and seen it. I mean, sure, there's times when we're nice to other people and stuff too, but there is definitely a lot more like it's not very
It's camaraderie trolling is what it is what I call it.
Yes.
Like that's what we built here. It's okay to fucking call me a bot. That's what I am.
That is I want people to say like, I can't believe you just missed that shot, you fucking horrible whatever. But yeah, so that is definitely my personal style though. Like it's like that at my sub shop, it's like that on my stream. I enjoy it. I enjoy the picking on each other kind of scene.
I tell you what, this guy on Friday, he pulled the ultimate fucking line. I'm telling you, and it was the very last call of the day too. That's what made it worse. Like I worked till 4:45. This asshole called me at 4:40.
Oh boy.
And I'm like, fuck.
Yep.
It's Friday. I want to go home. And then he, from the very start, you don't start a conversation like this. Okay, if everyone who's watching or listening or going to watch, treat people better. Okay, we don't like the job any more than the next person.
Yeah.
We're just right. So I answer the call, and the first thing he says is, "Well, you guys fucked up again. This is what happened." I'm like, okay, this is literally my first time being involved with your particular situation. Yeah. So let's see what I could do. And it just went downhill from there. And at one point, he's like, "Are you okay, man?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" What are you talking about? He's like, "I'm just saying if my employee talked to the customers like you're talking to me, I would make you take a break." And I wanted to say, it's because you're being a fucking dick, dude. Like it's the end of my day. Like I'm supposed to clock out by now. This is not, ideal.
I don't think it's that
hard. While I take care of your shit.
Yeah, it shouldn't be that difficult to realize that when you go into a business, just because you're dealing with one person and your service was really shitty, that the 4 other people there working had anything to do with it, or you know
what it is though, Sean? It's going back to hiding behind what you can, because while Paulie sees people in person at his shop, this is all via phone call. So this guy is not in front of me, and I guarantee you, I'm not an intimidating person, but I'm a bigger guy. I guarantee you, people don't walk up to me and start a conversation like that because I'm a bigger guy. Like, don't fucking talk to me like that, you little midget. Like, you know what I mean?
You little midget.
Have you seen the TikTok of the guy who it's one of your Walmart scene guys who has a buddy recording behind him, but he goes up to the biggest guys he can find. He points to something at the top shelf that he could clearly reach himself, and he's like, what does he say? This is like grab that for me. Now I'm brain farting. He says something really. It's not insulting, but it's just enough to where someone like a grown man would take it like as an insult.
Yeah. But he goes to like bigger guys, like
intentionally.
So,
finds
like
some tough guys.
These guys, and they're like,
Yeah.
Right in their ear.
Yeah.
These
Dude.
old guys are just losing their fucking minds over it.
I know.
What did you fucking say to me?
Yeah, the reactions some of those
Yank
people.
it.
Yeah, the what the fuck's that guy always say? Poppy what does he say?
Yeah,
Papi
yeah.
Muñeño?
Papi
Muñeño?
Muñeño.
Yeah,
Muñeños.
dude. Chupapi. Yeah, dude, that guy fucking cracks me up though. I watched one where he was in front of a gas station and he had a metal detector wand and he was like metal detecting this guy and this guy's like, wow, this is a little much for a gas station, don't you think? And he's like, yeah, they just called me down here. And then he gets like right in their face and he goes, you smell like pussy. And he's like, fuck you, dude. He's funny, man. He is so funny.
How do these videos take off though?
Dude, I don't know.
There's so many of them too.
Yeah, I look at a lot of things on short form, on any platform, right?
Yep.
And I see a video and it's like, how does this fucking get hundreds and thousands of views when I spend hours on a video and it gets 400? Like,
well, Mav,
come on, man.
Mav, just know that you are not alone because I've spent
I
hours
know.
on videos and like I've spent hours on videos with 40,000 followers and only get 1,000 views and it's like fuck you, man. Like what? But
the appeal to not do it anymore is certainly there after some times like that.
Yep.
Because you look at it and you're like, is this worth it? But then and we're gonna go back to the Facebook thing, where, by the way, for short form content, Facebook is the highest paying platform out there right now. Did you guys know that?
I did not know that.
It's fucking unreal. Did you know that they top out for short form at like $36,000 a month?
What?
That's how much you can make if you get the views.
What? So now, do they only pay you like per view then?
It's a bonus view, and that's one of the unknowns. They can't really tell you what the fuck a bonus view is, but they track it. They track your views, and then they compile the stats. And a bonus view is what you get paid on.
Oh,
huh? But yeah, I know it's kind of weird, and it's still an unknown. A lot of people have a lot to learn about it.
Yeah,
but there are people that are cashing in on that.
So now, are you actually cashing in on, like, are you actually bringing money in from your short form videos on Facebook?
Yeah.
No shit.
It's getting to a point, and this is in no way bragging or anything.
Yeah.
I like to be transparent and let people know because
yeah,
throughout my journey, I've been an open book, right? I'm always trying to help people and say, hey, you should give this a shot.
Yeah.
While it may not work for ABC, it might work for the other people over here, right? The highest I've made in 1 month for short form on Facebook is $788.
What?
Yes. 1 month. Can you imagine?
That's not bad.
No.
And that's just your short form.
That's just short form. And at the time I only had like 600 followers. So it doesn't even matter if you have followers.
What?
Because we're talking about an algorithmic push. It doesn't matter the followage, which is why I ended up going to Facebook anyway, because I moved to a platform where I had the followage, where I wouldn't. I have like 300 or 400 subs on YouTube. I wouldn't go to YouTube right now. There's no point.
Right.
I have less followers than I do on Twitch.
Right.
Why would I do it?
Interesting.
But it's gotten to a point where I'm averaging between $300 and $500 a month for short form.
Nice.
And it's been consistent around there for the last half a year.
And your short form on Facebook is like just your recycled short form on all of them, right?
Right. So when I create my videos, I post it simultaneously on every platform.
Right.
So
it
doesn't have the watermarks.
Right. Yep.
But I post that same video on YouTube Shorts, TikTok, Facebook / Instagram Reels. When I was doing Hover, which is a fucking shit show, it was going on Hover, but not anymore. That place is just trash. Like, I don't know how you guys feel about Hover, but
from
giant waste of time.
Yep, from day one,
it's like going to Pinterest. Like, what the hell is Pinterest? You know what I mean?
Yeah. From day one of Hover, I I feel like I started it. I posted a couple on there, and I shortly realized to myself, I don't know how true it is, but it doesn't matter because I'm not going to use Hover
true.
anyway.
It's true.
Felt like it was just a follow for follow content creator.
That's exactly what it is.
It's just a content creator making content for another content creator,
Right.
and then you got false hope. That's
Which I understand the appeal of like connecting with other content creators. I do.
oh
I get
sure,
it.
yep,
That's what half of Twitch is, in my opinion.
it is.
But the real big drive to go elsewhere on Facebook is there are far more people who are true viewers than they are content creators, and that's why I
Correct.
said, okay, let's give this a try.
Yep.
I have those people asking me, Mav, when are you going to stream on Facebook? And it got to a point where like, okay, I probably shouldn't ignore this anymore.
Yeah.
So I just made the leap, and I've been streaming on Facebook for 3 weeks. I got monetary status for streams in 2 days, and then in 3 weeks, I've already made $280 on streams.
Holy shit.
So
You know.
from again, I'm not trying to brag, but from a monetary standpoint,
Yeah.
Facebook is above the game, and people don't realize like it should not be slept on,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Because it is 100% slept on.
If you're trying to make money for this,
Yeah.
it shouldn't be slept on. Now, if you want to stream on YouTube or Twitch just to stream and do it as a hobby, go ahead and do it. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'll
'cause
collect over on Facebook. Like, okay.
I feel like the only big creator that I know from Facebook, and I'm sure you know who I'm going to say, is Stone Mountain.
Mhm.
That's
Stone.
it.
There's a couple of other ones. Do you know who Spartacus is?
No.
Okay, there's Sparkling Sprite. There's Captain Marvel.
Yeah, I
Mr.
know.
Marvel.
I know Mr. Marvel.
Yeah,
How-
so
Is he
The
still
thing- the-
making content then?
yeah, he streams almost
Yeah.
every day.
Yeah, no shit.
Now the thing about Facebook, a lot of people didn't realize too, is when Mixer went down,
Yeah.
they offered their primary partners a $1,500 signing bonus to go to Facebook.
Oh, okay.
Like they took care of people when they weren't getting taken care of.
Right, right. Well, good for
So
them.
the thing behind Facebook is there's a backing to it that kind of shows okay they really care for these content creators, where
Yep.
you might not see that on other platforms.
Yeah. Yeah, because you're not going to see that on Twitch no matter what.
No, they don't fucking care. Do you think they're
No.
gonna?
No.
Oh, by the way, until 2024, if you use a link provided by Facebook to buy your sub for Facebook, the streamers get 100% of that. Did you know that?
No.
Ooh.
Yeah.
No shit.
There's no fucking split as long as you use that link
Wow.
until 2024.
Yeah.
Like, there's just a lot of, I mean, don't get me wrong, right? There's a lot of downsides. So, in terms of interaction, I can't do 30% of what I was doing on Twitch to be interactive with my audience.
Right. But what does it
There's
matter
just
if you're
no,
already
there's just
getting
no
that viewer?
integration.
Right.
Right. So that's another cool thing. I mean, there's a couple features I don't like. Nobody ever fucking raids. I think raids are a really cool feature. It's available, but it's super glitchy and it doesn't ever work all the time. So there's a lot of things that need to be added, but we're also talking about a really young platform.
I was gonna say because there was a couple.
It's in its infancy still. I mean,
Yeah. Because I
it's
actually
not
have
that old.
I have a part of one of my Twitch streams recorded that I was trying to raid at the end. And no matter what I fucking did, dude, it just wouldn't let me raid anybody. And like I was like, fuck it, let's raid this guy. Nope. All right, let's raid this guy. Nope. And I remember at one point in the raid, I was like, it raided. We're done. And I'm sitting there and like people are still in my chat talking. I'm like, fuck, it didn't raid. I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do now. Like the recording of it is hilarious. I was gonna make a video out of it, but I just never have.
So it's that's been kind of a weird adjustment for me
Yeah.
because I rated every stream. It's just
Yes.
what I did, what people mostly do.
Yep.
So to end my stream, and you can raid, it's very rare that
Glitchy
people
and-
do
Right.
because it doesn't work right.
Yeah.
And I feel like once they get it figured out, the community's probably going to start doing it more often and coming
they
together
will.
more.
Yep.
But it's been kind of, I'm going to sound like an asshole. It's been kind of nice not having to worry about it.
Yes.
There's
Yep.
a certain stress factor that goes into raids that I think not a lot of people realize.
There is. And I think a lot of it is do you know how many people have DM'd me in the middle of my stream to raid so and so or themselves or and like that is it's super super annoying.
I hate it. I do.
And like luckily like I just kind of gave the reins to that to Gigs, my mod. I told her
that's
I go
perfect.
yeah, I told her, I go, listen, when you know, because she always knew about the time I was going to end my stream, she would literally just send me a username and it would be someone we would know and I would copy paste, don't care, didn't even look at their stream, you know what I mean? Because I trust the Gigs with it. I think only one time we rated someone that had follower only on, you know, and to be honest, I don't even fucking care. If you guys don't want to sit there and follow and chat with them, go get off anyway, you know? So that kind of stuff never bothers me. But yeah, so I just kind of always let Gigs take control of it. So,
and that's a great way to do it.
Yeah, it is.
I never personally did that, and that's what provided that stress factor I'm talking about. Like I'm sitting here doing the raid. I'm like, God, I hope everyone hypes them up. Like I hope this is a good raid. I hope they stick around a little bit, because that then turns back onto how good you're looking as a content creator. And the thing is, people measure everything by people always measure everything by numbers, right?
Yep.
Like, oh, Mav just rated me with 15 people. He's doing fucking amazing.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just a stress factor that's kind of taken away.
Yeah, and then nice. Like as a streamer too, you were always looking for people with like the same amount of viewers. Like you're not gonna like raid one of your friends who's popping off, or unless it's like one of your good friends. But like you know what I mean. You're not gonna just raid someone with 15 people when they have like 40 people watching them, because it's like, oh, I'm just gonna be a scratch in there.
So I've done it a couple times. Like on my podcast, I just interviewed my first ever Twitch partner, which was really cool.
I watched it.
Did you watch it?
Yeah. What was her name again?
Steffi Evans.
Yes, Steffi Evans. Yeah,
and she's super awesome. So like, I'll drop when I was on Twitch, I would drop a raid on her because she's one of those that truly notice it. Like that's cool.
Yep.
And they're thankful. But you're right. If I don't want to throw any names under the bus, but I did raid a partner who's pretty big on very large on TikTok, but he's averaging like 80 to 100 on Twitch viewership.
Yep.
And he was partnered last year.
Yeah,
and I rated him with like 20, which was a good stream for me.
That's a very good raid number.
Yes, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna raid this guy. I'm gonna get some kind of acknowledgement, like, yo, thanks for bringing your community over, etc. Didn't say a fucking thing.
Shut the fuck up.
And I'll tell you who later if you want. I'm not gonna drop any names on the podcast, but
I do.
I'm not like that.
I kind of want to know.
But I was so fucking pissed, dude. It's like,
yeah,
you self-righteous fuck. Which, that's what I hate most about this industry. I hate the egos, dude.
Yep.
Like, that's another reason why I'm like, okay, I'm getting the fuck off Twitch, because there's so many people who are just egotistical, self-righteous, you owe me everything, and it fucking annoys me. I hate it.
So before we get really close to the end of this podcast, are you a NFL fan?
I am.
Who's your team?
I don't want to talk about it.
No, you have to. I would have said the Bills 4 years ago, so I need to know.
I think I know, but they're just by the quarterback suggestion.
The Bears. So, because I bring this up because Sean, for the first time ever, has slightly hidden his fucking cheese head behind him. And we talked about this the other day. I go to every Bills games for like 7 years, I think we're on now. And we just played the Packers, and this fucking dude 2 rows in front of me was wearing that fucking giant cheese head behind Sean, and nobody could fucking see anything. Like, you can't see past. Sean, can you please bring that to the camera real quick? Because these things are fucking massive.
Yeah, they're obnoxious.
They're pretty good size.
Now, flip. Let me see the other side of it. The cutout, like where the head goes in.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got room for 3 beers.
I was gonna say, what the fuck is all that? What is that? It is a cup holder. Cool. And you can put your popcorn in the middle and
yeah.
And then wear it on your head when you're done. And sell like beer and popcorn.
Yeah. Welcome to the Packers life.
So I am a Bears fan. I'm very heavily involved in fantasy sports.
Okay.
So I'm more so a sports fan, and I hate when people say that because,
Yeah.
like, well, either you are a Bears fan or you aren't a Bears fan. Why are you rooting for someone going against them? Well, I have them on my fucking team. I'm gonna try and make some money here. You know what I mean?
Right.
That being said, the Packers are in shambles this year, and I fucking love it. Sean, I'm sorry. I am.
Oh, you
I
won't
think
get anything out of me from it. Trust me.
Yeah.
I think Aaron Rodgers is a selfish player, from what I've heard and seen. So I'm kind of liking to see them in the position they are, and I'm excited to see what's happening with the Bears. Like they're kind of in a rebuild phase, and they've been like that for a while. But things are starting to come together. Justin Fields is finally starting to look good over the last few games, and I hope it continues. But only time will tell.
You know, the whole thing with Justin Fields and the Dolphins head coach was fucking hilarious.
Oh,
That was
God,
really good.
awesome.
Dude, yeah, he's
was
like,
awesome.
just stop it. Stop it.
Stop scrambling.
Yeah.
Just stop scrambling.
178 yards, guys.
That's
He is now a
insane.
record owner. Like that's
Yeah.
a record, which is insane in itself.
That is crazy. And that's so funny though that the head coach of the opposing team is like, just stop scrambling. That is great.
Can you blame him though?
No, and like even the interview with the Dolphins head coach there afterwards when they're like, "So what did you say?" He's like, "I told him to stop running."
I told him to stop,
And he didn't. And he's like, and he didn't stop.
and it made me mad.
yeah, it was the interview with it was really funny. But yeah.
How's Buffalo feeling about Mr. Allen?
Well, there's a lot of uncertainty and a lot of anger right now in Buffalo.
Anger?
Because,
Why anger?
well, it's more the like, so the last two games since the break that we had, like the Bills are not the Bills right now. Even when we played the Packers and then when we just lost to the Jets, there's something like it. Everything's not clicking right now. So like all of Buffalo is like, what the fuck? You know, we finally got this good team and we're going through a slump. But like I fully believe in like midway season slumps. Like I think it happens a lot. I think they lose their way and they're like whatever it might be. But Josh Allen's elbow now is fucking but
Falling apart.
going
I feel terrible for him.
So Sean, starting off, I don't know if I would sit him this week because we did not pull up Matt Barkley. So we only have the two quarterbacks right now on the bench. Which usually means, and you would have to have them pulled up by like midnight, and they've said that they're not going to do it.
But why would they start him though? They're in a good spot still.
I
That's
know,
what worries
and
me.
I agree with that too because
It sounds like Josh Allen went off on practice at Friday too.
yeah. So I
like,
don't
what do you mean went off? Like
did well.
Didn't
Like,
look like he was
really?
hurting at all.
yeah. So
that's interesting.
yeah,
I still would rest him. You
I
don't
would
fuck with
too.
elbow injuries, dude.
No,
like that doesn't just
especially-
get better overnight. You know what I mean?
especially with Josh Allen right now. Like
Yes.
even if like you start Case Keenum this week and Josh Allen doesn't play, and we lose, big deal. Like let Josh Allen rest because we got the rest of the season to just steamroll
Who's
people
Buffalo play
again.
this week. I'm
The
sorry.
Vikings.
Oh,
Oh yeah, you need Josh Allen this week.
that's
Okay.
gonna be a rough game.
Well, let's talk about the Vikings though. Who have
I need
They haven't even beaten anyone good yet. Let's be honest.
Okay, but let's be honest. They have the best, one of the best receivers in the league,
Yeah, but
paired with
dude,
one of the best running backs, and their defense is pretty decent as well.
sound defense.
So if you put the Vikings defense up against the Bills without a Josh Allen,
now without Josh
it doesn't
Allen,
matter who the fuck you have on your offense. They're not
It's
going to
true.
score. They
It's
can't do
true.
anything.
And I've truly believe there's a lot of pressure. Since they're playing the Vikings this week, there's going to be a lot of pressure from the NFL to say, "Hey, if Josh Allen's going to be healthy enough, maybe you should play him," because
I call bullshit. if
NFL's
that
gonna
happens.
the NFL's going to want that's two of the teams with the best records in the NFL. They're going to want that push.
So
that
I
prime
think
time.
with the injury stuff, especially with Tua this year, I think injuries are being looked at more closely. So if
Yeah.
anything, I think there's going to be more scrutiny if he does play. In my opinion, I could be wrong, but I mean, I get what you're saying, Sean. The top-rated two
I think
teams.
Roger Goodell's a dirtbag.
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%. He doesn't give a shit. He just cares about money, which I get
Yeah.
it, but
You know.
it's still a rough position to be in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a little nervous about the Vikings, but then I'm not. So I don't know. I've been on such a high for Buffalo this year that it's so hard to like think that they're gonna lose to the Vikings.
Well,
What
the cool thing
time-
about Buffalo is they have some of the best fans in
Oh,
all
they're
of the
great.
NFL. But
What
that
time
being
and,
said,
where's
they've
the game
waited,
at?
so
1
Yeah, what
o'clock
time?
in Buffalo.
oh,
Now, one thing that people got to account for though is starting tonight and into tomorrow morning, Buffalo is on a lake effect snow warning. Which means we could go from, we have no snow right now, but we could go to, a foot of snow in an hour. So
be
good
a
luck,
running
Vikings.
game anyway.
It's gonna be. So, but we are supposedly getting our first snowfall of the year. And it's not just normal snow, it's lake effect snow. So we'll see what happens.
The effect is the worst. It's so thick, dude.
It's insane.
When I was working in the field, I worked in Chicago, and I got stuck several times in lake effect snow at the end of my day, to where it would take me like 3 hours just to get home
Yeah.
because it's just insane.
Oh, it's insane. I've spent the night at my job because of lake effect snow, and then I watched like the Army Reserve pull people out of cars.
Mhm.
Like it's insane here, and it happens within minutes so fast that these cars in the road that are stuck because they literally got buried with snow as they were driving, and they just can't.
Wow.
Yeah, it happens that fast. I mean, it's something that is like if you don't know anything about lake effect snow, it's definitely something to look up, like if you gave a shit about it. But it's like, you know what I mean? Because no one really cares. But it's fucking like a phenomenon, like thing. Like it doesn't, it's like we go from literally no snow to just feet of snow. Feet of
It's kind
snow.
of like the equivalent of the Mississippi flooding in Davenport for a flash flood, where it just happens in like 20 minutes.
Yes.
And then boom, you have cars floating down the road. It's
Yeah.
that bad.
Yeah, it's like that with snow. Like literally people stuck in the road because they just cannot physically go anywhere. It's nuts. But
Crazy.
welcome to Buffalo. So but the snow that we are gonna get tomorrow is not supposed to be like too bad. And usually the early snow, even lake effect, with the ground being so warm, it doesn't stick to the ground very, very long. So the snow shouldn't be a factor, but it is going to rain and then snow. So that means it's like 30, 32 degrees tomorrow. And with rain, it's not fun, especially for football players. So
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they should rush him back, in my
I-
opinion.
not with this weather too. So maybe
You're looking at your franchise. You're the face of your franchise for the next several years.
yeah, maybe they let
Mm.
Case Keenum start and see how it goes.
Why not?
So, I know.
They just traded for Naeem Hines. Like, you just bolstered your running back depth.
Yep.
See what happens. I mean,
Oh, and this is Cook's. So we drafted Cook's younger brother.
that's right. Yeah.
So they're both running backs. James Cook and what's his name? What's the Vikings' first name? Is it Melvin?
Dalvin.
No.
Dalvin Cook.
Delvin. Yep. Devin. Oh yeah, Delvin. Duh.
Delvin.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's their first game against each other, which is kind of cool.
Too bad his brother's not going to get any playing time on Buffalo.
Not
He's
James.
kind of buried.
Yeah. Well, he kind of hurt. He shot himself in the foot, and in the very first game, he fumbled his first touch.
Ugh.
So it's just a rough thing to get through. But like Sean McDermott is not an idiot. Clearly, he's figured something out. Our head coach, so he probably just doesn't see him as ready as he needs to be yet. I think. So we'll see. There's been really good signs of him being good, though, the few times he's been back on the field. But McDermott, though, sleeps on players. He really does. Like, we had Gabe Davis We've had him on our
Oh,
practice squad for like 2 straight years. And
he's
every
awesome.
time, and every time our preseason would go, we would watch him and we're like, dude, this is the year Gabe Davis is definitely making the roster. Nope, practice squad. And it's like, what the fuck is going on? And then all of a sudden enters Gabe Davis. Fucking dude comes out in the playoffs, catches like 15 touchdowns. You know
He
what I
went
mean? And
off,
it's like,
dude.
what the fuck is going on? Where was this guy? So it's like, but there's probably something that Sean saw that no one else saw, that he just wasn't ready to play yet. Like maybe he was like, you know what, we're going to sleep on this guy for a little bit and then finally show him. I don't know, but so who knows? Maybe there's something with Cook that we just don't all know yet. So
I mean, if he's anything like his brother,
that's what I'm
He's-
saying. Let him
he's
play.
gonna be. Yeah, why not?
Shit.
I mean, it's not like Singletary has really done a whole lot other than the run in playoffs last year. He did really
Yeah.
well.
Yep.
And Naeem Hines, he's a good change of pace back, but he's not a starter. Like he's
No.
not your 3 down back.
No, he is.
So
The Bills though, just we don't hand the ball off right now. There's no running.
why would you? Why would you?
Exactly.
And if you're
I
gonna
agree.
run, Josh Allen's gonna do it, and he's gonna do a
Yes.
better job.
Yes,
Yeah.
100%, dude.
So it doesn't make sense to have a star-studded backfield per se.
Dude, running quarterbacks are definitely like the future in the NFL. It's insane because like it just you can't cover them. You cannot cover someone who drops back for a pass
Yep.
and really looks like he's gonna throw the ball. There's no one covering him.
And if they are, they're gonna fucking burn you because they're a quarterback for a reason.
Yep.
So they'll just throw it to the guy that's open because you're in a
Because you just
spy.
left him. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the
That's
only
what
way
Lamar Jackson does every single game.
every time.
Like he'll bait him. He'll bait him for, maybe even the first 20 plays he won't run. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen Lamar go that long without running. But the minute that they take a guy off spy, he's off, and he just had a 60-yard touchdown.
Yeah.
So you can't cover them at all.
It's definitely the future.
We should be coaches.
We should.
I wish we have so
don't
many
we
things
just-
to start, guys. We could do a Dad Life Crisis Daycare, Dad Life Crisis Sports League.
I'm
Why
in.
don't we just start with the Madden franchise and
Yes. Dude, that would be fun, actually. But, yep. I don't know. We'll see what happens with the Bills, man. They better just keep it together. Don't look like fucking shit tomorrow, and we'll be fine.
Sean doesn't strike me as someone who would make a bad decision, though. He's a good coach. So that's
Yeah.
just my opinion.
Yeah.
There's some sketchy coaches that just don't give a shit type
Yeah,
of thing.
I agree.
Let's look at the 49ers. It's like how many times do their running backs get injured because they run them to the ground?
Yeah.
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 You know what I mean? So there's
there's-
coaches out there like that. Like
There definitely is.
keep doing it.
Yep.
I don't think Sean is that kind of a guy. So
No,
I
I
guess we'll
think
see.
I
But
think he's gonna play it smart. I think if Josh Allen does start and play, I bet there's just nothing to worry about with his elbow. I mean, I don't think.
that or it's going to be managed very closely.
Yeah.
They strike me as the type of offense that can adapt to what they have available.
Yep.
So instead of taking those deep threats, it's going to be more short, quick passes, which I would probably imagine would happen with the weather anyway.
Yep. Yep.
So I think game script might really help out in this case.
I'm hoping
But-
for a shootout.
I
Make
don't
it
know,
fun.
with the weather the way it might be. I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, I don't think so. But who knows? I've watched a lot of shootout games though
We've
in the
seen
middle
it.
of snowstorms. Yeah.
Mhm.
We've seen it.
Yep. I know you guys, Sean. You guys get a lot of snow too. Well, the Packers
It's-
field. It seems like.
Maybe by the end of the month, into
Yeah.
December sometimes it'll happen. Yeah.
Yeah, the Bills just get buried in it. I don't know how they do it all the time.
Why haven't
'Cause-
they gone to a indoor stadium yet?
Oh, it's funny you bring that up. We're getting a new stadium in 2026, finally, and it is open field.
Are you serious?
Dead ass, dude.
Why, though?
The people of Buffalo voted, and no one wants it in a dome, dude. They want the snow. They want the
That's kind of
rain.
badass. That's
Dude,
kind of
it's fucking
badass.
badass. I love it.
That's like a no fucks given. You're in our turf. come deal with it because
Yeah.
we're here for it type of thing.
A lot of people think it's an advantage just because of that, because all these players live here, they're used to it. So why don't you bring your Tampa team up here and we'll see what happens.
I mean, it's proven in. I feel like it's been proven in the Dolphins Stadium because that is fucking outrageous, dude. The visitors
That
sit
blind.
in the sun, and they actually did like a test on it. Not during the Bills game. It was like after a couple games after the Bills game. It was like 27 degrees hotter on the visitor side than it
Holy
was over
shit.
there. And this isn't just like 27 degrees New York weather. This is 27 degrees hotter fucking Florida weather, dude. Like,
Humid, yeah.
yeah. Ugh.
Hey, is there a riff at all between like Buffalo and its teams there?
Like, what do you mean?
So like for example, Chicago, right? I don't know if you guys have heard anything about this, but there's a huge ordeal on whether or not Chicago Bears are going to stay in Chicago or if they're going to go to a suburb to build a new stadium. And like the city of Chicago has said, well, here's our plan. Let's
Yeah.
build this for you. Oh, by the way, if you don't take this, we're going to bring in another fucking team anyway. Like you
Wow.
don't care. Yeah.
Yeah, no, they didn't do that here.
That's just wild to me.
Yeah. So the stadium now is actually in a suburb of Orchard Park, and the city of Buffalo wanted them to come to the city, but everyone's like, no, it's got to stay in Orchard Park for I don't know whatever reason. I'm glad it's staying in Orchard Park because of the tailgating,
Right.
because you can't really tailgate in a parking garage, So, and I'll be honest, living in a small town like I do, I fucking hate going to the city. I
Dude, it's horrible.
hate it.
It's horrible. Every
So-
part of it is just horrible, in my
Yeah.
opinion. But yeah, no, the Bears are building. Last I heard, they purchased property that's literally like 35 minutes out of the city. I think
Huh.
it's Arlington Heights. It's an old horse race track.
And they're
They
just
bought
gonna
the property.
put a stadium on it
Yeah,
and
and the mayor of
"Come here or
Chicago
don't."
has said, "Well, we want to build this for you,
Yeah.
but yeah, by the way, if you don't like it, we're going to try and bring another team in here."
Yeah, there's a lot of
Shit.
money in having an NFL team in your
Oh
city.
yeah,
So
the revenue is
they just
absurd.
they decide they're moving out. You're going to be losing some hotels and yeah, and you got this giant empty stadium next to the lake. What are you going to do with
literally
it?
right off the lake, like.
Yeah.
But it's Soldier Field too. It's iconic and historic, and I don't know what they would do with it anyway. But I mean, I've only been there once. I've driven by it several times, because I used to work in the city a lot. But to think that they're going to bring in a different team, how the hell is Chicago going to manage that with its fandom? I don't see it happening very well. The Chicago are very loyal fans.
Plus, that kind of sounds like a bluff because one, you're talking about okay, so who is going to be the 33rd NFL team, and also what team is
How
going to
the hell
move
would
out
yeah.
of what team is going to move from maybe Detroit? I guess is
That
Detroit
or the
going with the
addition of a
Lions?
team? How would that even look for
Yeah, it wouldn't.
divisionals and
Yeah.
stuff like that? It doesn't make any sense unless you
No.
add 3 more other teams somewhere.
That's right.
But if you guys want to put your tinfoil hat on before we end it here today, they're talking about expanding into Europe, right? Or Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So why not add 4 additional teams?
yeah.
One of them is just randomly in Chicago, I guess. I don't know.
Chicago, Europe.
I know before the Pagulas bought the Buffalo Bills here recently, Bon Jovi almost bought the Bills and he was going to move them to Toronto.
Really?
Mm.
Yep, that was on the table, and that's when Pagula stepped in, and Terry Pagula said that I'm not leaving this table until I own the Bills, and they stay in Buffalo. So, and then he spent $1.4 billion on the Bills.
If that's not a type of move, I don't know what is.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Terry Pagula's rich from like fracking too, so he doesn't give a shit already. I mean, clearly. So he's just like, fuck everything. I'm buying the Bills. And he did. So I'm glad he did. It worked out so far.
I mean, so far good things are happening.
Yeah,
I wish the Bears were on the Bills level, in my opinion.
Yeah, and
That'd be phenomenal.
now the Bills are planning on breaking a $1.6 billion stadium. Like, they're ready to build it. So 2026, it's supposed to be done.
They should sign McDermott to a long-term deal
Oh my God.
if they haven't already.
Yeah, that
Have
dude,
they yet or no?
I'm not sure what his contract looks like, but I can't imagine he's going anywhere. So
He should be the next Belichick in terms of like, staying with the team. Like the next tenured coach with one team. That'd be amazing.
yeah. It's funny because like right in Buffalo now, every single person in Buffalo hates Bon Jovi. Absolutely hates him.
Really?
Yeah, just because he was gonna move us to Toronto, dude. The
Hey,
city
it's
of
his
Buffalo.
life, okay?
Yeah.
It's now or never for Bon Jovi. You gotta understand.
You know, it's funny though. It's funny to think that Bon Jovi was actually ever gonna bill him or buy him. They say like his net worth is. I have it pulled up. They say his net worth's only $300 million. You know, and Terry
He probably had
Pagula
a
came in and
group.
bought the Bills for $1.4 billion.
He probably had a group.
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds is doing something similar for one of the hockey teams in Canada right now.
Oh my God, he can come and buy the Bills, dude, any day.
You know, he doesn't have the money to do it, but
Yeah.
he's what fucking team is that? It's one where he spent a really good amount of time in that city growing up and before he was, famous or whatever.
Yeah.
And plus in Canada, hockey is like god
Huge.
tier, right?
Oh, it's insane.
So he's putting together a group of people who's going to buy a hockey team, which
Huh.
is just perfect,
The
considering
Maple
he's
Leafs?
probably going to end
Toronto
his
Maple
career.
Leafs?
I don't think it's the Maple Leafs. I think it's one of the other. I don't honestly. I don't follow hockey, so I can't remember anyway. But he's
know,
going
I'm
to be
trying to
ending
think
his
of
acting
hockey
career
teams.
most likely, from what I've heard. So he's going to be looking into other ventures like that.
That's an interesting way to go, I guess.
Well, I mean, why not at that point? Sports are
not?
huge.
Yeah.
Like
There's definitely
worldwide,
money.
sports are huge. There's always money involved.
Yeah.
If I would buy a team if I could.
They did say though when Terry bought the Bills that he'll never make that $1.4 billion back. It'll
I
never
disagree.
come back. I
Now
mean
when
that's
you
just what they say, but maybe because
turn
they're
around
adding on the
story-
stadium.
Have you guys heard the story of when what's his name? I'm drawing a blank now. He bought the Mavericks, the billionaire guy.
I have no idea.
Who's the owner of the Mavericks? The Dallas Mavericks.
Oh yeah, I can picture him. I know who you're talking about. He does the TV show too.
Yeah, the Sharks.
Yes.
Shark Tank.
Yep.
What the fuck is his name? He bought the
Mark
Mavericks
Cuban.
for like
Mark
thank you.
Cuban.
Yeah.
He bought the Mavericks for something like 300 or 400 million or something like that, and now they're worth 1.6 billion.
What?
Yes,
Damn it.
dude.
Dude,
Yes.
so he robbed that.
Oh, he nailed it.
Yeah.
It's just wild learning about these multi-millionaire, billionaire type people.
Dude, I was just gonna say his net worth is $4.8 billion.
Yeah,
So
he's fucking
he's a
loaded.
lot richer than
Then
I
you-
thought he was.
Land a player like Luca,
Yeah.
who's an all-time.
Yeah.
Mark Cuban's a beast, though. Like, he has his hands in every single cookie jar out there.
Yeah, I'm reading it
making
right
money.
now, and it's absolutely insane.
It's absurd. And I read a story about him. The first $2 million he made, he spent a certain amount. I want to say it's like $250,000 on a lifetime pass for American Airlines. And they're like, "Well, where's that now?" He's like, "Well, I
Oh,
have my own
yes.
jet, so
Yeah.
like I don't need it. I gave
Right.
it to a friend." But that was one of the first things he did with his, first couple million he made
that's insane.
was buy a lifetime air pass to fly anywhere in the world anytime he wanted.
That would be
And how
awesome.
smart is that though? When
But
you're an
then-
entrepreneur, like how smart is it to get anywhere you needed to be whenever you wanted to? So
Yeah, that is awesome.
I love stories like that. That's the kind of shit, like 11, 12 o'clock at night, laying in bed watching TikTok, and you're finding yourself watching stories about Mark Cuban.
Right. Well, I think it's about time we wrap her up. We passed the hour and a half.
Sorry.
See,
Everyone's
Mav,
yawning.
Mav, I told well, yeah, dude, running around with 3-year-olds. Holy shit,
Mm.
man. But I told you though, it's awesome. We just kind of talk about whatever comes off the tip of our tongue, and it's
I
fun.
love it. It was a lot of
Yeah,
fun. Thank
it's
you guys
fun.
for having me.
Yeah, thanks for stopping in. Thanks for
I'm
doing it
definitely
on
down
like
to
a
do
short notice.
Oh yeah,
a week's
of course. I'm
notice,
down to
but
do a part 2 if you guys want to some
I'm
other time also.
we're always
Absolutely.
in. Yeah. We're gonna try and shoot for the stars here soon and see if we can't land some big names someday.
That'd
We're
be
trying.
awesome.
Yeah.
Working on it.
Not
If
to
you
say
guys,
that you're not a big name, but
Oh, I'm not a big name. I'm just a small
I gotta
little fish.
say, by the way, because there's gonna be people just listening to this, this man Maverick is wearing an Only Dad shirt right now.
Yeah, that was. I wanted to end with
Yes.
that. I love it.
And it looks fucking awesome.
He
was
planned
only
wearing
fitting.
that here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, did you have that in your head all week that you were wearing your Only Dad shirt
You know
for
what?
this?
I've had this shirt for like a month. No,
Yeah.
longer than that, like a half a year probably. And I'm like, I was asking my wife, I'm like, what should I wear for tonight? Because I've never been on the other side of this, right?
Yeah, yeah.
She's like, oh, well, why don't you wear some of your merchandise? And she's like, no. You said it was Dad Life Crisis. I'm like, yeah. She's like, dude, wear your Only Dad shirt. I'm like,
Yes.
fucking perfect.
That is awesome. So before we end this too, Mav, please, fill us in on where we can find you and watch your streams or your podcast too.
So primarily Facebook is where I'm streaming 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 p.m. Central. I post every single day on YouTube Shorts, Facebook, and TikTok. I do have a presence on Twitter, but that's more of like opinionated, and I don't know how long Twitter's going to last personally.
Yeah, I know.
After what's been going on.
It's a shit
But,
show right now.
It's Flyby with Mav everywhere. I really appreciate everyone's support. If you guys want to stop by and troll me and make fun of me, that's
Yes.
fits in with what everyone else does anyway. So,
Yep.
yeah, just love to hang out, love to talk about the future state of games, the current state of games, where we're headed and what we're doing. And I'm your quintessential Warzone memer, pretty much.
Yes. Yeah,
So I love comedic value and making people laugh is one of my ultimate goals. So that's what I like to do.
And I will say you do a good job because I always enjoy your content. So
Well, thanks, man. I appreciate that.
just know that even your videos that get just a couple hundred views, I'm one of them. So
Well, damn.
you always
Thank you.
pop up on my For You page. So
Although I found the secret to the algorithm, and I'm going to tell you guys too. Ask your wife. Okay, this is for all the viewers or people listening. If you're a content creator, make a video. Ask your wife's opinion. If she thinks it's trash, it's going to do amazing.
It's going to do amazing. I'll remember that.
It always works out that way. And she's like, I don't know how the fuck you just did that.
That's funny.
Noted.
Yeah, I will definitely write that one down. Well, fellas, let's call it a night. Mav, it was a pleasure, my dude.
Absolutely.
It was a good
Thank
time.
you guys again.
Yeah, we'll definitely set you up with a part 2 sometime soon. So
Awesome.
Well, thank you for being here. And yeah. Anything else you want to say there, Sean boy? You're always the closer here.
You know where to find us. Dad Life Crisis Podcast everywhere. Find us. Look at our things.
Look us up.
Yes.
Like the video.
Like the video. Yeah. Subscribe.
Please like and follow.
Click on that little bell way down there.
No,
No,
close.
I don't know. Whatever else they say. But yes. All right, everybody. Good night.
Bye.
And